Hi Stampin' friends, this is Trina Brower here with a video showcasing several products from the Sale-a-bration January to February 2021 catalog. Let's get started. Today we will be using several different products from that Sale-a-bration catalog. First of all, let's start with the Darling Donkeys. We will be using two images from this set, this little guy and this little guy. And once again, they are darling. Another thing we will be using from the Sale-a-bration set is Approaching Perfection. We will be using this stamp set here that says, "The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age." The next thing we're going to be using is once again our Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper, which the pack comes with Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, Rococo Rose, and Bermuda Bay. A couple of other items that we will be using today are the layering squares, and I believe I used both the largest two ones for this card. And of course, you'll need some type of punch to punch out your sentiment, and I believe I'm using this punch here, which was retired, I believe, but any type of punch that you have where you can punch out your sentiment will work fine. And last but not least, we'll be using blender pens. This is the Smoky Slate, Light and Dark, and Pink Pirouette. Again, Pink Pirouette might be retired, I'm not sure. But any type of lighter pink or anything that you think coordinates with your donkey will work just fine. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of Smoky Slate cardstock, and we will be cutting this down the center. This time we will be cutting it at 4 1/4 by 11. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our Oh So Ombre and we're going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. And then another Oh So Ombre, and this will be cut at 2 by 5. And then we will take our Blackberry Bliss cardstock and we will be cutting that at 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. All right, so we have our card base here and we've scored it at 5 1/2. We're ready to go. Now we have our cut piece of Oh So Ombre. And if anybody knows me at all, they know that I cannot for the life of me tie ribbon around cardstock. So I cheat. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place this ribbon probably about an inch, 1.5 inches down on the cardstock. Take my trusty Scotch tape and I am simply going to tape this down on the back. Line it up fairly close. And then use whatever adhesive that you love, and we're going to attach this to the card base. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, of course, is our another piece of the Oh So Ombre and our Blackberry Bliss cardstock. Simply going to adhere these two together. And then we will place it also on our card. And I think we've got it lined up pretty good. Now comes the fun part. I have already cut, due to the magic of video, out the two layers of our Smoky Slate cardstock and Whisper White or basic white cardstock, stamped our little donkey, and of course, using our blender pens, colored him in. I love our blender pens. They make me look like I actually know what I am doing. And of course, we will adhere these two pieces together and then add them to our card. And place it about right here. So next is we need to find that the bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. So we're going to take the bad news I forgot your birthday. I've added the stamped portion to just another piece of leftover Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper. We're going to attach it with dimensionals. And then to finish it off, my last little piece of my bow, which I slide underneath and then simply tie. This way, A, I can slide it to the place that I want. B, I can actually make it look nice. And in fact, I think I will just slide it over just a little bit. And doing that, I also then, since I do want it to stay in the same place, I add a mini glue dot. And I'm going to put it right underneath that bow and this in order to hold it where I think it needs to be. And then taking my scissors, my ribbon scissors, I will just trim it up a little bit. And we will go from there. Okay, so here's our card. Now, of course, we're not finished quite yet. We need to do the inside. So I've already prepared the inside with, the good news is I forgot your age, adding this little donkey once again, using the Stampin' blends to color him in. And we will put him right inside here, which will be a nice surprise for whoever opens it up. Well, I want to thank you for watching this video. I'll be posting details to this video on my blog and my Facebook page later this week. You can always find me at trenabrower.stampinup.net if you would like to order any products, or if you have any questions, email me at trenabrower@gmail.com. And of course, then my Facebook page and my blog, I will try to update here within the week sometime. Once again, thank you for watching. Later, Stampin' friends.